在1994年的5月1号，有一个女人跟我讲一声生日快乐，因为这一句話，我會一直記住這個女人。
嗰日下晝，個女仔喺我屋企瞓着咗。本來我想叫醒佢，唔知點解我冇做到。
Have you ever watched a film that felt like two films? Often films are split into halves for thematic reasons, or to show a character arc, such as the rise and fall of Barry Lyndon or Scarface. Other times, a film surprises you by taking an unexpected left turn, swapping out protagonists at various points in the film, like Waves or The Place Beyond the Pines. In Wong Kar-Wai's Chungking Express, the film is split into two halves that don't overlap or intersect really. In each half, we're introduced to a different lovesick cop whose only link to the other is thematic.
每一个人都有一个习惯，而我的习惯呢，就是来这边等阿妹下班。
Despite their various similarities, the two men never share any screen time. The film even makes a point about this anonymity in the environment by using a repeated narration about passing people on the street by only 0.01 centimeters.
我跟他最接近的时候，
and by showing the leads from part 2 in one shot each during the first half of the film. They don't speak or interact with the characters in part 1, they're just people in the background. The first part of the film is a darker, more dramatic story focused around a cop holding out for his ex to return to him, followed by his eventual courtship of a mysterious blonde woman involved in a drug deal gone wrong. It mainly takes place at night in dimly lit settings and has a very different tone than the second half.
这里那么多位置，你干嘛一定要坐我旁边？
因为我看你很寂寞。
The second half is more likely to give you a warm, fuzzy feeling. It's lighter, the performances are less dramatic, and the story is less violent than in the first part. It also happens to be the half I favor.
我想玩嘅。
諗住去邊度玩啊？
是但啦，加州啦。
The film utilizes heavy repetition and motif. Things like clocks, uniforms, and even air travel are extremely prevalent. There's the obvious in that both men are lovesick policemen, but it goes farther than that. Both men have difficulty with change.
咩傷心啊？就係你呢種人啊，貪生悶搞嘅。
In each story, the men move on to new women, both having an innocent, unconsummated romance. Wong Kar-Wai, probably the most notable director from Hong Kong, with the potential exception of Jackie Chan, is known for making films that ooze emotion. Often they focus on romantic entanglements between members of the working or middle class in urban Hong Kong, with the time period and genre often changing. You'll feel a wide array of emotions brought on by just an expression and the right music composition. He also experiments with the speed of time. Chungking Express utilizes an unconventional technique known as step printing, where the scene is shot at a low frame rate, the frames are duplicated, and when projected at 24 frames per second, the footage looks blurry as if everything is moving extremely fast, yet in a way that feels very paced. The technique is used in the film to show how fast people move when chased on crowded city streets, and how fast the world moves around the character as they stare into space or out the window. Moments, as Wong Kar-Wai sees them, often fly by in an instant, leaving us feeling anxious or excited. Others seem to linger endlessly, leaving us feeling nostalgic or melancholic. What sticks with me after watching one of his films is the emotion it elicits. I find that humorous moments land just the same as somber ones. Individual moments of romance or drama will stay with me for months, if not years after viewing. When you finish this film, you may find yourself craving pineapple chunks and listening to the mamas and the papas. You may find yourself thinking toy planes are way sexier than animal crackers. You may even find yourself infatuated with the ethereal, pixie-like Bjork of Asia, Faye Wong. Some of my foreign film recommendations have been arguably stuffy, but Chungking Express is so good that Quentin Tarantino did press and commentary for its release here in the US. It's very much a 90s movie, and I mean that in the best way possible. It's experimental but not obtuse. It's the perfect movie to invite a friend over, order takeout, crack open a few drinks, and watch late at night. Like many of the films we recommend, this film is slightly different than others in its genre. It's not a conventional crime film, nor is it a conventional romance film. Its structure is even somewhat unconventional. If you wrote this script in a screenwriting class, your professor would probably say you shouldn't structure something this way. They also might suggest not having so many different characters narrate. Supposedly Wong Kar-Wai would write scenes in the morning, and they would shoot during the afternoon and evening. They'd also probably tell you not to do that.
因為有啲嘢需要時間去接受。
Sometimes breaking the rules pays off, and maybe that's what makes Chungking Express an essential art house film.